Hey, good morning everybody. So it's a Friday morning, already a bit hot, and heading out to my meetings in Tainan. Figured I would just film a little bit from the car as we drive. And the meeting will be in the Annan district, which is just north of the downtown core. Maybe this way is good. Can. Yeah, I should have sat in the front. Yes, that's the uniform for the local salaryman. White shirt and a scooter. So the dynamic range in this GoPro 7 isn't that spectacular. It does get adjusted when you hold it for a little while, but the quick transitions, all of the detail is gone. And while we're at it, I just wanted to talk briefly about this bag I've been using for the past several years on travels. This is a 511 LV18 low vis, and it's surprisingly practical for day trips, a couple day trips when you carry on, and just for longer travel as well. It has so many compartments, and the good thing is all of the compartments are kind of hidden. There's not much that sticks out, like there's not much dangling around. Some velcros and stickers and none of that stuff, not even a logo. Even the logo is hidden, so I like it. I usually carry my one or two laptops, not a big deal. Change of clothing for a day trip, 2 days. Pretty much everything you need. Yeah, it's pretty sturdy as well. The shoulder straps are pretty wide. It's very comfy for carrying all day. And overall, it's kind of worth the money. You can attach your coat or blanket or whatever. I think this is intended for something like a hip bag or something. And there's even, for those in the States, quick access to the where your quick draw item is. Obviously I don't use that often. In theory you could use it for the GoPro, but I just put it in here. There's kind of a pseudo, maybe it's real molly thing, but I don't know how to use it properly. I think more applicable for the outside, but I just use it for the pens and such, and the keys obviously. So it's super practical. Another thing I would recommend is having a sturdy carabiner like this, something like it, because what happens is sometimes you need your hands free and you want to remove the bag and there's nothing to hand to except something like a doorknob in the public washroom. So that's when it comes handy. been to Tainan several times already, but aside from a couple of trips to the Anping district, I haven't really been out and about much. There's definitely stuff to see around here. That's what I keep saying. I should come here without any agenda for a few days and just hang around. Lots of little bridges in Tainan, lots of canals, because much of the city is kind of built on the reclaimed ground, and it's stretching out in the waterfront, and there's lots of waterways. Lots of sitting in the traffic. I should have mentioned that I forgot what I was going to say. So, oh yeah, by the way, the Uber that arrived this morning is a Lexus, and the fee for the trip, the rate for the trip is 270 Taiwan dollar. So that's about $12 Canadian for a 20-minute ride in a luxury sedan hybrid. Not bad, I guess. Definitely should have sat in front. There's a lot more to see and film from there. Back to the railway station. That must be the big building up front must be the railway station hotel. I think it's called Tiadao. because TIA refers to the Loop Railway. Yeah, we're near the station. So that's a little trip to Tainan. 我的火车是四点，对。所以我需要找到那个咖啡馆哦。
你要咖啡。
对。可能我去那个新里的地方。对。That must be University building. 那是台南大学的吗？不是。哦，了解。Change your mind because the train is a bit a couple hours later. Plan B, obviously, of course, is to leave my luggage at the storage locker. There is one, and just walk around the station, downtown core. Always love to do that. But I also got some work to do, so I'll probably eat my lunch and sit at the coffee shop for a bit and then head for the train. Wait, we made a circle. Station. And this is the view that typically visitors would see when they first arrive in Tainan by train, which is how most people arrive, obviously. When you don't have luggage or you're not taking a taxi, you can just start walking towards downtown, towards Amping. Just walking down the street, and it's a really good view. So, following the gaze of Kashinga. Kashinga was an interesting warlord, you might say, who ruled much of Taiwan for a long time. Fending off Portuguese, even the Dutch, I think. Chinese. Decided to venture out for a quick bite before the train. Maybe find a coffee shop, spend some time, do some work. And this is my more preferred direction to walk into the city, and you'll see why. It's basically from the station, follow the direction of where Kashinga is looking, the statue, and it's all downhill, and it's so relaxed. You can see very far ahead. You can see very far ahead. Fortunately, today I don't have the time to walk all the way to Anping waterfall. That would be nice. But it's a bit hot. It's this post office. And if I remember correctly, there's a bunch of little coffee shops and restaurants down the road towards Anping. Let's stop in there. First, walking up to the station will be a bit more tedious, especially when you have luggage and such. And I do remember a couple of times having to walk up with my suitcase. Usually people don't arrive here with a lot of luggage. It's a backpack and a carry-on at most. So it's not that bad. On my first trip here, when was it? I think it was in 2017. No, 2019 probably, or 18. Winter of 19 probably. I came here and I stayed in a little hotel somewhere down the road, basically. But not this one. Let's have a look. was up that way somewhere. I remember some little streets, and I think it was northern section. Okay, we stumbled into some lunch place, presumably. Nope, closed. Temples are one of the features of Tainan, all over the place. They're mainly Taoist temples. Some maybe Confucian. I don't see that many. Actually, there are some Buddhist temples as well, but mainly they're Taoist, and mainly they worship like sea-related deities. Matsu, I think. Because the culture here is very much like mariner, fisherman, sailor, basically living off the sea. And the land, of course. Okay, I think I found my lunch. Look at that seafood. We got chicken, we got shrimp, we got octopus. Because there's so much more to see, and I'm not sure when I will come back here next. So why not take the opportunity? So Antin is over there. There's a little market. Let's have a look. Just looked it up. It's called Abo Lao Market. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Funny enough, it's actually right next to my hotel that I was just staying. So let's see if they have some cheap food. Kitty! Huh? No? Not interested. Seems like a wet market, so I don't expect much ready food here. Smells like fish and meat, so it's definitely a wet market. Doggy doggy, tied up to the pipe. It's not bad. Not as hot. I doubt I will find anywhere to sit down in an aircon space. Well, it's just interesting to look. It's different from where I am in Taipei, so it's refreshing. It's a bit hot, but not too hot. It's windy. Looks like it's a bit early for as the market day goes. It's a bit early. And there's Taiwan pineapples, so fragrant. You can feel the aroma from a few steps away. Okay, let's go back in the main street maybe. Oh, let's go back in the side street. There seems to be a little restaurant. Here's something about Tainan. The terrain is hilly. It's always up and down, up and down. Might even say a little San Francisco. These up and downs and the organic development, they create the turns, interesting turns and interesting architectural designs. Look at this thing. So it's a two-story building and they have something on the top, which in Taipei would be a fully fledged illegal structure, but here it's not really a structure, it's just a tent. So kind of in that gray zone. And I guess because warmer, they don't really need the full-time structure there. These ones have some illegal structures. Looks like another little temple. There's some burning happening. Some kind of was it? Engineering center? Okay. They have a lot of these corner buildings, like iron shaped. I basically ended up in Anping, walking in the sun. It's maybe not a good idea. Should find the shade. Forgot to take the sunblock with me. Yep, we're basically in Anping. Well, not quite the waterfront yet. But it's time to turn back. What else I like about Tainan? Locals have a good choice of colors, I think. They like the vibrant, bright colors. And they like flowers. And basically, whatever they do, whatever they make, always interesting to look at. These guys are doing some leather. They have this sunny disposition. Let's try and cross here. Hey. How old do you think these buildings are? 1950s, possibly. The early KMT era, probably. Occasionally, sometimes, even though I roughly know where I am, sometimes you just take another turn and then you have no idea how you ended up and where. It's hot. They can pour water on me. Maybe it's time to pull out the umbrella. I can't believe it's September, mid-September, and it's pretty damn hot. So let's go back to this little Vietnamese place. Waffle dumpling, I don't want. You can eat it anywhere. But that little Vietnamese lady says you can eat inside. So she's got an aircon. So let's try that. Này dọn cây gì mà?
Hả?
Này dọn cây gì mà?
可以。
要这个什么？
要吃什么？
炒饭。这个
炒饭。
可以吗？
可以。
OK。She also does Thai massage, it seems. Looks like the same lady. Yeah. I'm impressed. Multitasking. Multi-purpose little lady. Just realized the mirror frame here is actually made out of seashells. How do you like this? It's quite incredible. So much calcium. The whole thing. Can you imagine? These things are millions of years old and they ended up in a mirror frame. It's beautiful. So they have pretty good coffee. This is the Laos cafe, but they don't have the aircon, and even though they have the fans, I don't think I can stay here that long because it's heat index of 40 degrees. Yeah, probably not a good idea to stick around too long. Gotta keep going. That's living in Asia for you. And it's September. It's supposed to be the fall already. Late autumn. Akibiyori. Okay, I'm done here. Coffee was good, very smooth. Yeah, it's very smooth, very nice. And I was looking at the pictures here. Looks like this family has been here since 1933 at least. That's incredible. Looks like they're fairly artistic people. There's some Japanese literary magazines. To me, I moved around quite a lot. Some years I moved my place like several times. It's almost incredible that a family can stay at a single address for almost 100 years. That seems almost incredible. 好，谢谢。 That was really nice. I'll head back to the 铁路站。
要去哪里？
对，去铁路。
啊？
駅前。
駅前？
对。
駅前。大通りに2人で。
あ、ありがとうございます。
まっすぐ行く。
あ、
谢谢。
谢谢。
拜拜。
So he speaks Japanese as well. There's a funny thing about Taiwan. Oftentimes, if they don't understand you in Chinese, if you get the tones wrong or your accent is kind of not legible, not Taiwanese, you can switch to Japanese and oftentimes people understand. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is this little Catholic church that I always look at. Look at this thing. Beautiful Tainan. I still have plenty of time to chill at this station. But I'd rather not go too far. I want to chill. I want to miss the train. And I got some, just figured while sitting there, I figured there's a bunch of stuff I need to catch up on. So our station square. Oh, okay. Shinkan Mitsukoshi. That's a big department store. Yep. And that would be towards the station, I guess. Oh, let's just wander around. We got time. Did I tell you Tainan is a beautiful city? It is, right? So why am I walking downhill? I'm supposed to be walking uphill. And that's how I know that I'm going towards the station. So maybe I need to turn, like the guy said. Yeah, right. Let's just wait for the traffic light. Did you say hidariye, migiye, left or right? I forget. Oh, now I remember, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna get lost. I know where the station is. I should have crossed here, but I don't mind walking another block. I don't mind walking in Tainan. Another coffee shop. This is puzzling sometimes. 南是公武 so you have to read them backwards. Tainan City Public Works. But sometimes the newer ones you have to read them as you would read in English. But most of the older signs and most of the like historic shop signs, you have to read them backwards. It does get confusing sometimes. But there's a few common words like Gongxi company, which always like indicate the direction. So we're getting closer to the station. Guess we just missed the fighter jets doing their barrage. Those Qinghuo fighter jets, indigenous fighter jets, are pretty common sight in Thailand. They often have to respond to the buzzing of the Taiwan Air Defense Identification Zone by the Chinese PLA Air Force. That's where the railway is. So the railway station is over there. It is still hot, but I'm feeling quite comfortable because I had my lunch and I had my coffee. So I'm all good. If you want a laptop like Asus, Acer, MSI, probably Taiwan is a good place to go. Oh, let's look at these stock baseball hats. Embroidery is often quite funny, like at this Los Angeles. What happens is a lot of the shops that make them in bulk in China often end up with unsold or unwanted orders, and they try to get rid of them, and they end up in shops like here, like this one here in Tainan. I even once saw like baseball cap from a resort in the Russian Far East. That was funny. I like this little shopping street next to the station. It's not very obtrusive or kind of eager to sell, but don't oversell, and they don't mind you peeking around, looking at stuff. I bought a couple of bags from here once. Kind of last moment things. headphones. I probably won't be buying here. What? Is it Thai? It does sound like Thai. So the Southeast Asia connection is quite interesting. I just had a lunch at a Vietnamese owned place where the lady was also doing Thai massage, and I went to the coffee shop that was selling Lao coffee, and now I walk by and there's a Thai pop playing. There's a lot of Southeast Asian people living here in the plain sight. Possibly, I'm speculating, it's a bit of a golden triangle connection. Possibly. Thing is, the Kuomintang were sitting there back in the late 40s and early 50s for almost a decade, when they had to leave Yunnan province in China. They basically occupied part of northern Burma and northern Thailand. Okay, still too early. All right. By the way, this is what they do with recycling garbage in Taiwan. I think about 70% of all the garbage is recycled here, and the recycling rate for plastics is even higher. So this is the Family Mart convenience store at the Station Square, just by the railway station. You got everything you need for the journey. It's all plastic, obviously. Travel convenience as well. I got me one Pocari and water. That should keep me hydrated. And I got me a fruit salad in case I get hungry. I don't think I need anything else for the 3 hours, almost 4 hours of the journey. On the way back, I'll be taking the Zhechuan Express. Although it is express, it has a few more stations than the Puyuma train. So, anyone contemplating grabbing a little dinner with me, because I'll be arriving around 8 o'clock in the evening, and yeah, I might not be able to have proper dinner tonight. So that's a dilemma.